Welcome to the ABC of the animal kingdom. Today we will talk about dragonflies. A dragonfly is a flying insect belonging to the order Odonata, Infrorder and Isoptera. From Greek anisos, unequal and pteron, wing, because the hind wing is broader than the forewing. Dragonflies are similar in structure to an ancient group, Meganisoptera, from the 325 million years ago, Upper Carnivorous, from Europe. This group included the largest insect that ever lived, Meganeuropsis permiana, informally known as griffin flies, with a wingspan around 75 centimeters, 30 inches, and a body length from head to tail of 43 centimeters, 17 inches. About 3,000 extant species of true dragonfly are known. These are classified into 348 genera in 11 families. Dragonflies live on every continent except Antarctica. Most of them are tropical. Dragonflies live from sea level up to the mountains, decreasing in species diversity with altitude, being their altitudinal limit about 3,700 meters. Dragonflies occupy a considerable variety of habitats, but many species have their own specific environmental requirements. Some prefer flowing waters, while others prefer standing water. Vegetation is also important. Adults may require emergent or waterside plants to use as perches. Others may need specific submerged or floating plants on which to lay eggs. Dragonflies can be mistaken for the closely related damselflies, which make up the other Odonatan infrorder, Zygoptera. They are similar in body plan. However, the wings of most dragonflies are held flat and away from the body, while damselflies hold their wings folded at rest, along or above the abdomen. Another difference is that usually, damselflies are lighter in build. An adult dragonfly has three distinct segments: the head, thorax, and abdomen, as in all insects. It has a chitinous exoskeleton of hard plates held together with flexible membranes. The head is large with very short antennas. It is dominated by two compound eyes made up of ommatidia, which cover most of its surface. Dragonfly vision is thought to be like slow motion for humans. Dragonflies see faster than we do. They see around 200 images per second. A dragonfly can see in 360 degrees, and nearly 80% of the insect's brain is dedicated to its sight. Also, they have three simple eyes or ocelli. The mouth parts are adapted for biting with a toothed jaw. The flap-like labrum at the front of the mouth can be shot rapidly forward to catch prey. The prothorax is small and is flattened dorsally. The mesothorax and metathorax are fused into a rigid, box-like structure with internal bracing, and provide a robust attachment for the powerful wing muscles inside. The thorax bears 2 pairs of wings and 3 pairs of legs. The wings are long, veined, and membranous, narrower at the tip and wider at the base. The legs are rarely used for walking, but are used to catch and hold prey, for perching, and for climbing on plants. Each leg has 2 short basal joints, 2 long joints, and a 3-jointed foot, armed with a pair of claws. The long leg joints bear rows of spines, and in males, 1 row of spines on each front leg is modified to form an eye brush, for cleaning the surface of the compound eye. Dragonflies are agile flyers, while damselflies have a weaker, fluttery flight. In general, large dragonflies have a maximum speed of 36 to 54 kilometers per hour, 22 to 34 miles per hour, with an average cruising speed of about 16 kilometers per hour, 9.9 miles per hour. The flight muscles need to be kept at a suitable temperature for the dragonfly to be able to fly. Being an ectotherm, well known as cold-blooded, they can raise their temperature by basking in the sun. Becoming too hot is another hazard. Therefore, some species use the obelisk posture to avoid overheating. This behavior involves doing a handstand, perching with the body raised and the abdomen pointing towards the sun, thus minimizing the amount of solar radiation received. Dragonflies are predatory insects, both in their aquatic nymph stage and as adults. Nymphs are voracious predators, eating most living things that are smaller than they are. They feed on a range of freshwater invertebrates, and larger ones can prey on tadpoles and small fish. Adult dragonflies are almost exclusively carnivorous, eating a wide variety of insects ranging from small midges and mosquitoes to butterflies, moths, damselflies, and smaller dragonflies. Adults capture insect prey in the air, making use of their acute vision and highly controlled flight, being some of the insect world's most efficient hunters, catching up to 95% of the prey they pursue. A dragonfly may consume as much as a fifth of its body weight in prey per day. Although dragonflies are swift and agile flyers, some predators are fast enough to catch them. These include reptiles like the green anole, falcons such as the American kestrel, the merlin, and the hobby, nighthawks, swifts, flycatchers, and swallows. In the water, various species of ducks and herons eat dragonfly nymphs, and they are also preyed on by newts, frogs, fish, and water spiders. Some species of wasps, too, prey on dragonflies, using them to provision their nests, laying an egg on each captured insect. Dragonflies are also affected by three major groups of parasites: water mites, gregarine protozoa, and trematode flatworms, flukes. The mating system of dragonflies is complex, and they are among the few insect groups that have a system of indirect sperm transfer along with sperm storage, delayed fertilization, and sperm competition. The abdomen is long and slender and consists of 10 segments. 3 terminal appendages are on segment 10, a pair of superiors, claspers, and an inferior. Males, on the underside of the second segment, have a cleft forming the secondary genitalia. Sperm is produced at the 9th segment and is transferred to the secondary genitalia prior to mating. The female curls her abdomen downwards and forwards under her body to pick up the sperm from the male's secondary genitalia, while the male uses his tail claspers to grip the female behind the head. This distinctive posture is called the heart or wheel. In females, the genital opening is on the underside of the 8th segment and is covered by a simple flap, vulvar lamina, or an ovipositor. Dragonflies having simple flaps shed the eggs in water, mostly in flight. Dragonflies having ovipositors use them to puncture the soft tissues of plants and place the eggs singly in each puncture they make. Egg-laying, ovipositing, involves not only the female darting over floating or waterside vegetation to deposit eggs on a suitable substrate, but also the male hovering above her or continuing to clasp her and flying in tandem. The male attempts this way to prevent rivals from removing his sperm and inserting their own. A clutch may have as many as 1,500 eggs, and they take about a week to hatch into aquatic nymphs or naiads, which molt between 6 and 15 times, depending on species, as they grow. Dragonfly nymphs vary in form with species. The first instar is known as a prolarva, a relatively inactive stage from which it quickly molts into the more active nymphal form. In some species, the nymphal stage lasts for up to 5 years, and the adult stage may be as long as 10 weeks, but most species have an adult lifespan in the order of 5 weeks or less. Dragonfly nymphs have internal gills, located around the 4th and 5th abdominal segments. The general body plan is similar to that of an adult, but the nymph lacks wings and reproductive organs. The lower jaw has a huge, extensible labium, armed with hooks and spines, which is used for catching prey. This labium is folded under the body at rest and struck out at great speed by hydraulic pressure created by the abdominal muscles. When the naiad is ready to metamorphose into an adult, it stops feeding and makes its way to the surface, generally at night. It remains stationary with its head out of the water, while its respiration system adapts to breathing air, then climbs up a reed or other emergent plant and molts. Anchoring itself firmly in a vertical position with its claws, its skin begins to split at a weak spot behind the head. The adult dragonfly crawls out of its nymph skin, the exuvia. Their veins carry hemolymph, which is analogous to blood in vertebrates. It carries out many similar functions, but also serves an hydraulic function to expand the body between nymphal stages, instars, and to expand and stiffen the wings after the adult emerges from the final nymphal stage. With the destruction of rainforest habitats, many of these species are in danger of becoming extinct before they have even been named. The greatest cause of decline is forest clearance, with the consequent drying up of streams and pools which become clogged with silt. The damming of rivers for hydroelectric schemes and the drainage of low-lying land has reduced suitable habitat, as has pollution and the introduction of alien species. If you love dogs and cats as much as we do, stay tuned on Sundays. We will also post new videos about wild animals and insects every Thursday. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell, so you do not miss any of our incredible videos.